Hello, and welcome to worship at Elk River Lutheran Church. We're really glad you're here. I'm Pastor Ann.
I'm Pastor Nathan, and during this December Advent Christmas season, we're celebrating the reasons for the season. So many people love Christmas. Even people who don't believe in Jesus love a lot of the things there are to love about Christmas. And so this Christmas season, we're embracing all of those things. As people of faith, we understand that Jesus is, of course, the real reason for the season. But you know what? Some of those other things that come along with this season are pretty great too. All of the food, the music, the gifts, not to mention the time with family and friends. These are all wonderful blessings to be celebrated as well. So we hope you're enjoying those things this season, all while we move towards celebrating the joy of Christmas with Jesus, Emmanuel, God with us, the real reason for the season.
In worship today, we will celebrate Holy Communion, so we encourage you to grab your elements, whatever that might mean for you. We also encourage you to stand and sit, sing out loud, light a candle, whatever it is that makes worship feel authentic to you. We also encourage you to fill out a comment below. Let us know from where you're worshiping today and say hello to your fellow worshipers. We're really glad that you're here, and we'll get started in just a few minutes.
We'll see you soon when we join you live.
Hello, and welcome to worship at Elk River Lutheran Church. We're really glad you're here. I'm Pastor Ann.
I'm Pastor Nathan, and during this December Advent Christmas season, we're celebrating the reasons for the season. So many people love Christmas. Even people who don't believe in Jesus love a lot of the things there are to love about Christmas. And so this Christmas season, we're embracing all of those things. As people of faith, we understand that Jesus is, of course, the real reason for the season. But you know what? Some of those other things that come along with this season are pretty great too. All of the food, the music, the gifts, not to mention the time with family and friends. These are all wonderful blessings to be celebrated as well. So we hope you're enjoying those things this season, all while we move towards celebrating the joy of Christmas with Jesus, Emmanuel, God with us, the real reason for the season.
In worship today, we will celebrate Holy Communion, so we encourage you to grab your elements, whatever that might mean for you. We also encourage you to stand and sit, sing out loud, light a candle, whatever it is that makes worship feel authentic to you. We also encourage you to fill out a comment below. Let us know from where you're worshiping today and say hello to your fellow worshipers. We're really glad that you're here, and we'll get started in just a few minutes.
We'll see you soon when we join you live.
Hello, and welcome to worship at Elk River Lutheran Church. We're really glad you're here. I'm Pastor Ann.
And I'm Pastor Nathan, and during this December Advent Christmas season, we're celebrating the reasons for the season. So many people love Christmas. Even people who don't believe in Jesus love a lot of the things there are to love about Christmas. And so this Christmas season, we're embracing all of those things. As people of faith, we understand that Jesus is, of course, the real reason for the season. But you know what? Some of those other things that come along with this season are pretty great too. All of the food, the music, the gifts, not to mention the time with family and friends. These are all wonderful blessings to be celebrated as well. So we hope you're enjoying those things this season, all while we move towards celebrating the joy of Christmas with Jesus, Emmanuel, God with us, the real reason for the season.
In worship today, we will celebrate Holy Communion, so we encourage you to grab your elements, whatever that might mean for you. We also encourage you to stand and sit, sing out loud, light a candle, whatever it is that makes worship feel authentic to you. We also encourage you to fill out a comment below. Let us know from where you're worshiping today and say hello to your fellow worshipers. We're really glad that you're here, and we'll get started in just a few minutes.
We'll see you soon when we join you live.
Hello, and welcome to worship at Elk River Lutheran Church. We're really glad you're here. I'm Pastor Ann.
And I'm Pastor Nathan, and during this December Advent Christmas season, we're celebrating the reasons for the season. So many people love Christmas. Even people who don't believe in Jesus love a lot of the things there are to love about Christmas. And so this Christmas season, we're embracing all of those things. As people of faith, we understand that Jesus is, of course, the real reason for the season. But you know what? Some of those other things that come along with this season are pretty great too. All of the food, the music, the gifts, not to mention the time with family and friends. These are all wonderful blessings to be celebrated as well. So we hope you're enjoying those things this season, all while we move towards celebrating the joy of Christmas with Jesus, Emmanuel, God with us, the real reason for the season. Well, good morning. Welcome to worship this morning. I'm Pastor Nathan, and Pastor Ann is out getting the kids ready because if you didn't know, this is our kids' Christmas program morning, and so the kids have put together a beautiful telling of the Christmas story, and we'll be doing that here for us this morning, and so glad to have you here as a part of it. Welcome to all you family and big fans of the kids who are part of the performance here today. Glad to have you here, and like I said, it is just going to be a great telling of the story with some great music led by our band that you'll be invited to sing along with, and so a very Christmas and festive service as we get going here this morning. A couple of things before we get started. I do want to share just a little bit of an invitation also to Christmas Eve services are a week from Tuesday, if you can believe that. And on that Tuesday, we'll gather for 4 different services on that Christmas Eve, starting with a family service at 10:30 a.m., and so that'll be kind of an upbeat, especially kid-friendly service. But then, of course, kids are welcome at all the services. And the other services are candlelight services that all end by candlelight, singing Silent Night. And those are 2:30, 4:30, and 10 p.m. And so that schedule is in the bulletin. If you got a bulletin when you came in, you can see that and some other announcements there. But one thing we're looking for with the Christmas Eve services are just a few more worship volunteers to help with some of the regular worship roles of everything from serving communion to ushering and greeting. And so I've got a little clipboard here I'm going to pass around as we get started here. And so if it comes your way and you're going to be coming to services, want to help in some way, I invite you to sign up for that. Would be much appreciated. So thank you in advance. And as we begin, we want to take an opportunity to just greet one another and share a sign of peace. So I invite you to please stand as you are able, and the peace of Christ be with you always. And also with you. So please greet those around you this morning. Well, as you find your way back to your place, I'll invite you to please be seated. Again, you can be seated as we light the 3rd candle on the Advent wreath. Each week we light one more candle, and so this morning we're lighting 3 candles on this 3rd Sunday of Advent as we move closer towards Christmas. And we've been reading these blessings then to go along with the lighting of the Advent wreath from a neat little book called Ordinary Blessings for the Christmas Season. And this morning's reading, I think, is especially appropriate for the Sunday where we have the kids' Christmas program. And it's about getting to church on a Sunday morning. So we're going to let Levi be our reader here.
For trying to get to church on time. They say the hour before arriving at worship is the most ungodly hour for parents of small children. But then again, in the house of God, the maker of heaven and earth, the one who was, who is to come, what is time anyway? This blessing is hoping you don't get all the wheels screwed back on before you find a pew, so that you will bring more of your wobbly selves inside. Do not portion yourself as an offering, but rather trust Jesus when he tells the crowds, no one knows the day or the hour, not even the Son.
All right. Well, again, welcome to worship. Whether you got your wheels all screwed on tight yet or are wobbling a little bit, we are glad that you are here. And we'll continue with our program. Great love for all.
Oh, let us come. Please sing with us. Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Oh, let us come.
Do not be afraid. Too loud? Do not be afraid. No, too quiet? Have no fear. That sounds so formal, but maybe formal is the way to go. Have no fear.
Polichello, check. Brush wings, check. Appear to world leaders to discuss peace talks. Maybe that one's for tomorrow.
Clarence, what in the universe are you up to?
I made a list. I'm just checking it twice. There's so many people to help.
You know you can't do everything, right?
Of course we can. We're angels.
That doesn't mean you're invincible. You've got to slow down or you burn out.
But have you seen Earth lately? It's a real mess.
It's not our job to fix that.
But I want to help.
If you need help so badly, come with me.
What's the mission this time?
There's a baby about to be born.
Why do they need an angel?
This isn't any ordinary baby. This baby is going to change the world.
Every baby changes the world.
That's true, but this baby is extra special.
Why?
Because the baby is God's son.
Well, why didn't you say so? Let's get going.
Please sing with us. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. In excelsis Deo, Gloria, in excelsis Deo.
My family has watched the stars for as long as anyone remembers. If you pay attention, the stars reveal an incredible thing. Our past, our present, even our future, all written in the stars.
All my life, I've studied how the planets move, circles and ovals, planes and dimensions, gravity and orbit. Everything has a balance and a direction.
The stars tell so many stories, they help me fall asleep, but sometimes it's too cloudy out to see.
Each star has a role to play in who we become. Our family motto was, if you want to know yourself, look far away. But no matter how hard I try, I don't understand my purpose. Oh, we're going to go on. Okay, go. What are the stars telling me to do with my life?
People are always changing, but the stars are constant. No matter who or where you are, when you look up, we all see the same stars. But if the stars can connect us to each other.
Why do I feel so alone?
See what I mean? They need help. We have to do something.
Even angels can't fix everything.
But no one should feel alone.
That glow!
That shine.
Wow.
I never seen anything like that.
I can't believe it.
It's the brightest star I ever seen.
Did you see what I saw?
I thought I was the only one.
Something important must be happening.
This much light could only be created by a confluence of multiple planets. There's nothing in my books to predict the appearance of this kind of star.
We're not a star. We're angels.
This goes beyond science. We're witnessing something. Where was it? Out of this world. I believe it's a bird from a new king. Bye.
Well, I guess it worked.
Let's get going. We've got other people to tell about the baby.
Look, the light's moving.
According to my calculations, it's leading us somewhere west in the direction of Judea.
Let's follow the star.
Go by, yet in thy dark street shineth the everlasting light. The hopes and fears of all the years are met in thee tonight.
Are we early? I don't see the baby.
We have to get things ready for the baby.
Oh no, I think I left the diapers on my other cloud.
That's not exactly what I mean by getting ready.
Luma, you're working? It's almost time for worship. Are you coming? What's wrong?
Nothing, I don't know. All my life, I've done what I was supposed to do. I pray, I read scripture, I go to worship. I try to be kind to everyone, but no matter what, I feel so far from God.
Oh, I'm sorry. That sounds really hard.
It is hard. I just wish I felt something. Worship and prayer work for you, don't they?
They do sometimes, but everyone is different. I don't think you're doing anything wrong just because you don't feel God. Sometimes I feel far from God, and prayer helps, and sometimes prayer just helps pass the time until I feel close to God again.
I hope I get to feel that someday.
Do you want to stay with me at worship?
Yes, please. That would be nice. You go ahead. I'll be right there.
I don't get it. God's everywhere. Why doesn't Lumo feel that?
I don't really know. Some people feel it, but some people don't. I think that's why some of them go to worship or pray together or read scripture. Not everyone can just feel God all around them. They need something more concrete to help them feel connected to God.
Humans really have it rough.
Joseph.
Lumo.
It's been so long. How is Nazareth treating you? I heard you're engaged to Mary. Mary, oh my goodness, you're going to have a baby.
I'm starting to feel like this whole announcing a baby thing is starting to take care of itself.
Lumo, we need a place to stay.
You must certainly do, but I don't know if I can help with that.
But I want to help.
Let the humans try.
My home is very simple. I don't have a guest room, just the main room for me and a little den in front for the animals.
We're not picky. We just want somewhere to sleep.
That I can do. Come inside.
Aren't you gonna miss worship?
It's more important to make sure you two are safe and comfortable.
See, sometimes humans can help each other.
Sometimes they need a lot of help.
What's wrong?
Remember those people who thought we were a star? Looks like they ended up in Jerusalem rather than Bethlehem.
Humans. Let's get going. We can help them back on the right path.
What child is this who lay to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthems sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping? This is Christ the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him laud, the babe, the Son of Mary. So bring him incense, gold, and myrrh. Come, peasant king, to own him. The King of kings salvation brings. Let loving hearts enthrone him. Raise, raise the song on high. The Virgin sings her lullaby. Joy, joy, for Christ is born, the babe, the Son of Mary. Joy, joy, for Christ is born, the babe, the Son of Mary.
Hear ye, hear ye.
It's kind of impossible not to.
An envoy from the east arrives to greet the king.
Ooh, presents. Here I am.
Something went wrong here. We came to greet the new king.
The star showed us the way.
We're not a star. We're angels.
A new king? What is the meaning of this?
I'm sure it's just a mistake, Your Majesty.
Yeah, mistakes happen all the time.
They're from the East. They probably just didn't get the memo about your kingship until recently.
I want an explanation.
Well, there is an old prediction of a newborn king.
First I've heard of it. Is he here in my palace?
No, he's in...
Because I, as the rightful king, would very much like to know if there's another king somewhere.
Well, he's in
We really don't know for sure.
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem? Really?
Well, maybe, but...
How excellent. Go to Bethlehem and look for this new king.
Yes. That was our plan.
And when you find him, come back and tell me exactly where he is. I want to go and worship him.
I don't feel too good about this.
Me neither. Let's get to Bethlehem before they do.
Look, the star's moving. I don't see anything.
Me either.
Me either.
I don't see anything either, Your Highness.
Right, we'll be on our way.
Don't forget to come back.
Sure, we'll do that.
Send soldiers to Bethlehem. We need to take care of this little problem before it becomes a big one.
Sir, it's just a child.
Are you questioning me?
No, Your Highness.
Grim, what has gotten into you?
It just doesn't seem right sending an army into Bethlehem because of a baby.
If it's what Herod wants, it's right.
I'm not so sure anymore. I think Herod is dangerous.
Ha. If Herod's so dangerous, the star would warn them.
I'm not waiting on a star to help.
Please sing with us. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful, ooh, nations rise, ooh.
You wouldn't get to say a lot.
What a beautiful night. It's so clear, I can see more stars than ever.
I can't see anything over the sound of my stomach. I'm so hungry.
You're always hungry.
Tell me the story again about the bread in the desert.
But won't it just make you hungrier? Okay. Once upon a time, there was a shepherd named Moses.
Are you sure he was a shepherd?
Well, he did a lot of things, but one of the most important was being a shepherd. And one day they were leading thousands of people through the desert. There wasn't as far as the eye could see, just dust and sand and barely any grass.
Just like out here?
Just like out here, and so the people had nothing to eat.
Just like us. I'm so hungry.
I know. And then God spoke to Moses and said, I will feed the people.
But there are so many.
And God did it anyway. And everyone had enough to eat.
I wish I had enough to eat. I'm so hungry. Do you really think God fed thousands of people all at once?
I absolutely do.
Do you think it could ever happen again?
I want to believe it can. We could use it.
Is there any bread left?
Do not be afraid.
Did you hear something? I'm so hungry. I'm starting to think the sheep are talking.
We're not sheep. We're angels.
Do not be afraid.
That is a little difficult right now.
Behold, I am bringing you good news. Today a Savior is born for you.
For us?
Are you sure?
We're just ordinary shepherds.
The baby is the Messiah and the Lord.
This sounds important. Are you sure this baby's for us?
Yes, this baby's for everyone. Glory to God in heaven and peace to all people on earth.
Did they really say all people?
No time for questions. Get your stuff. Get the sheep.
We're bringing the sheep?
Didn't you hear what they said? This is amazing. We're bringing everything. Let's go.
Frosty wind made moan, earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago.
Wherever the birth of Jesus is celebrated, many stories are told. One story comes from a combination of pre-Christian traditions from around the world, sometimes called pagan traditions. In many cultures in the northern hemisphere, there were celebrations to mark the winter solstice on December 21st. Bonfires and lanterns were common as people celebrated the beginning of days getting longer and nights getting shorter. Greenery was brought in from the woods to decorate homes and buildings, just like our pine trees, wreaths, holly, and mistletoe today. Even caroling might date back before Jesus, going door to door singing merry songs that might have been a part of scaring away bad spirits and preparing for a good harvest. These practices were common in many places, and they become a part of Christian traditions hundreds of years ago. It's almost impossible to know exactly what came from where. What we do know is that Christmas comes right at the time when we need warmth and hope most, just like pre-Christian celebrations of light and joy did too.